This is WUSA 9 News at 5, and tonight the government shutdown has stretched into day 20, making this the third longest shutdown in history. We thank you for joining us on WUSA 9 and streaming on WUSA 9 Plus. I'm Leslie Foster.
And I'm Lorenzo Hall. So the Senate is set to hold another vote on a short-term spending plan in about 30 minutes from now. But by the way, this is the same bill that has failed several times already.
Yeah, same bill, likely same outcome. This shutdown is having a huge impact on our community, where hundreds of thousands of federal workers live. And a big concern that we see a lot of people talking about online is food assistance.
Yeah, this is why the U.S. Department of Agriculture says money to fund food stamps will run out in November, hurting more than 40 million people.
That is a huge number. Kelly Vaughn joins us now live from the Capital Area Food Bank in Northeast D.C. It is a lifeline for so many families in our region. Kelly, what are you hearing tonight?
Well, I'm hearing we're in a sort of perfect storm for food insecurity. People in the DMV have already been struggling with putting food on the table. Over the last year, 1 in 3 people said they needed help with that. Now, add on top of it the federal workers who are out of work, missing paychecks and needing some help. And now that funding for the federal food assistance program, SNAP, could also be running out.
It would be devastating. I mean, in this day and age especially, where the cost of everything is so high.
D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says if the federal funding runs out, there is no local funding available to cover SNAP, which helps people with low income buy nutritious food.
The federal government needs to do its job and pay. They need to get open and pay the benefits.
In addition to helping low-income people, SNAP benefits are used by the elderly and people with disabilities.
Across our region, we have at least 450,000 people who rely on food stamps or SNAP.
Radha Muthaya is the CEO of the Capital Area Food Bank. She says the DMV has already been battling food insecurity. Their 2025 hunger report found 36% of residents struggled to put food on the table last year.
It doesn't take a lot to go from, financial stability to financial strain.
That's a strain many federal workers are feeling as the shutdown enters its third week. To help out, the food bank is offering new food distributions for federal workers and contractors impacted by the shutdown. They'll offer boxes of shelf-stable pantry items and fresh produce. Matthias says this food is for federal workers, and they shouldn't hesitate to ask for help.
People will say, I've been a donor to you. I come and volunteer. I didn't know that I would be on the other end of the line.
Federal workers will need to show a government ID. The distributions will last until the government reopens. Now, we have all those locations and times of those new distributions listed on our website. But if you want to help, the food bank says you can donate your time or your money. They say every dollar that you donate equates to 2 meals for somebody in need. Reporting live in Northeast D.C., Kelly Vaughn at WUSA 9.
It's just so amazing how they can stretch those dollars in so many ways and how significant it is now, given where we are.
And so sad it's come to this.
Really.
Boy. All right, Kelly, thank you.